Yes, today we are discussing the best space heaters. So that you are in the right place. We have tried to include in-depth information on space heaters in our video, which will be enough to fulfill all of your needs. All of them are maintaining their features, prices, quality, durability, and reputation of the manufacturer, and a real customer feedback. Today, you can buy the best space heaters. We think this list will be very worthy to you. Now, let's get started with the video. At first, we have Dr. Infrared Heater DR998. With its wooden casing and rectangular shape, the Dr. Infrared Heater DR998 could be mistaken for a subwoofer speaker. It's well constructed and looks substantial. While it would fit in well in a room with a lot of wood furniture and a warm color scheme, it might seem out of place in a home with a gray and white palette that's currently in fashion. When running on a high heat setting in our 15x 10-foot test room, it was able to increase the temperature by about 4 degrees Fahrenheit, and this heat was distributed fairly evenly with just a 2-degree difference around the room, similar to most of the heaters we tested. When placed close to where we were sitting, it was able to warm us up in under 30 seconds. This heater uses an average amount of energy compared to the other space heaters we tested. Right on the front, it has large, well-marked control buttons and an LED display that shows the settings with easy-to-read numbers. This heater can also be used as a humidifier as well as a fan for cooling, and you can set it to oscillate up to 360 degrees for a more even distribution of air. At 25 pounds, this is a heavy and hard-to-lift space heater. However, it has wheels that make it easy to roll across the floor or into a closet for storage. A timer allows you to set the heater to automatically turn off up to 12 hours later. To control it from across the room, a remote is included with the unit as well. The exterior surfaces of this heater won't burn you, and when it's on its highest setting, it sounds about as noisy as a running dishwasher at 51.7 decibels, which is average for a space heater. About once a month, you'll need to remove the filter and clean it with a vacuum and wash out the water tank. After the first position, we have Vornado VH200 heater. With its small size, silver tone casing, and trapezoid shape, the Vornado VH200 heater is unassuming. However, it was still able to increase the temperature of a small room by about 6 degrees Fahrenheit in just 20 minutes and provide even heating across the room. If you place it right in front of you, you'll feel warmer in as little as 30 seconds. The Vornado uses an average amount of energy in relation to other space heaters, about 0.26 kWh. However, once the room warms up, you can use the numbered thermostat dial to turn down the temperature and save energy. As it's operating, all of the Vornado surfaces stay cool to the touch, so you don't need to worry about accidentally burning yourself. Plus, at 45.5 decibels on high, this was the quietest space heater we tested. It sounds more or less like a humming refrigerator, so it shouldn't interfere with a phone call or a TV show. We think the Vornado VH200 is a great choice if you're looking for a small and unobtrusive space heater that still has the power to heat up a room. On top of that, it's great value for the money at less than $100, which is why it's one of the best space heaters. The number 3 position is held by Lasko FH500. Although it's over 3 feet tall, the Lasko FH500 is slim and has a clean, uncluttered design. In a 15x 10-foot test room, at its highest setting, it surpassed every other heater we tested and raised the temperature perfectly evenly by 10 degrees Fahrenheit. It was also quick to heat up. Within 12 seconds, we felt warmer. In spite of its great heat output, it drew an average amount of energy in relation to the other heaters. However, there's an eco mode if you want to save on your bills. After you set a precise temperature, the power cycles on and off to reduce energy consumption. The fan can be set to oscillate for even distribution of heat. And you can also set a timer to shut the unit off automatically after up to 8 hours. None of the surfaces on the Lasko itself present a burn hazard if you've got children running around, and it's not too loud either. Inside the Lasko, there's a permanent filter which needs to be popped in before first use, and then vacuumed every 2 weeks to keep it in top condition. This heater can be controlled by its panel or by a remote control, which you can store in a pocket on the back of the tower. With all of this in mind, it's easily the best space heater. It's also why it took home the Tom's Guide 2022 award for Best Space Heater. Next, at number 4, we have Honeywell 360-degree surround heater. The Honeywell 360-degree surround heater is a no-nonsense model for heating a small area. It's perfect if you're looking to take the chill off when you're working at a desk or hunkered down on the couch. On its high heat setting, the Honeywell 360-degree surround heater was only able to get a 15x10-foot room 2 to 5 degrees Fahrenheit warmer, depending on where you stood, and didn't heat particularly evenly. However, when it's right beside you, it will heat you up in 10 seconds. It uses an average amount of energy when heating, 0.25 kWh. With only 2 buttons and 2 heat settings, the Honeywell is easy to set. Once it heats up, there's a variable thermostat that you can use to stabilize the temperature. As it operates, the surfaces of the unit heat up by about 10 degrees above room temperature, but it's nowhere near enough to be a burn hazard. At 59.9 decibels, this was the loudest space heater we tested, so it's not ideal if you are trying to watch TV while it's running. On top of the unit there's a handle that makes it very convenient to move around, and at 5.4 pounds it's pretty lightweight. Priced at around $40, this heater is a good value for what it brings to the table, which is why it makes the list as one of the best space heaters, but you should only use it in smaller rooms. Finally, the number 5 position is dominated by HeatStorm Phoenix Infrared Space Heater. The HeatStorm Phoenix Infrared Space Heater can be mounted on the wall so it's out of the way, or it can sit on a set of attachable feet. With its slim profile and glossy gray or white plastic finish, the HeatStorm Phoenix resembles an air conditioner. In a 15x10-foot room, it evenly raised the temperature by 5 degrees Fahrenheit on its highest setting, which was similar to the other space heaters we tested. Its energy use is average for a space heater too, at 0.27 kWh. The Phoenix has a touch screen to control and display the settings. It required a few readings of the manual to get the hang of programming it. The display is extremely sensitive. You have to merely touch it, not press too hard, or it won't activate. The brightness of the screen can be adjusted, which is useful. You can set a timer to automatically turn it on or off. A remote is included with the unit so you don't have to get up to control it. However, as the remote is tiny, it could easily get lost in the crevices of the sofa. While it's operating, the surfaces of the heater become slightly warmer than room temperature, but are still comfortable to touch. However, we did notice that it heated the floor by about 6 degrees, which is a waste of energy. When it was running on its highest setting, we measured a noise level of 52.1 decibels, that's similar to the loudness of other space heaters we reviewed. In addition to the tip-over and overheat protection found on other heaters, this one has a child lock to prevent little fingers from accidentally turning it on or fiddling with the settings. If you're tight for space and or don't want your heater underfoot, this could be the best space heater for you. That's all for today. All the product links in the description down below. We are uploading different types of review videos according to the needs of our subscriber. So, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button for the upcoming video notification.